All right, joining us now is senior TMC leader, Mr. Dinesh Trivedi. Mr. Trivedi, thank you so much for joining us right here on NDTV. I want to know your position on the goings-on in West Bengal. You've got political functionaries of the BJP who are saying that the situation that took place yesterday is alarming. The fact that a convoy has been attacked of the BJP president, no less. Will you, at the very beginning, at least join in condemning what happened before anything else?
I have no hesitation in... Sanket, I belong to an old school of public life and politics, if you may. And I have no hesitation in condemning any kind of violence, whether inside the parliament or outside the parliament. Even any kind of hangama inside of the parliament, I have never ever supported that, be it any party. Outside the parliament as well. Violence has no place, leave aside, in public life, nowhere in a civil society. So I don't think so there is any hesitation on anybody's part, any kind of violence. And I certainly have no hesitation in condemning these kind of attacks, be it on political functionary or ordinary citizens. So I don't think so.
No, but Mr. Trivedi, I asked you this question.
Any problem in doing that?
I asked you this question because yesterday, in a response, senior functionaries of the West Bengal government, including the Chief Minister, seemed to suggest that there is some sort of a conspiracy. She even used the word nautanki.
You have asked me whether I condemn. I said I condemn. As far as the Honorable Chief Minister is concerned, she is in the administration. She has obviously all the details and I have none. So I think there are two different subjects we are talking about. Violence, condemnable at any cost, whoever has done it. The problem today, Sanket, is a complete criminalization of politics all over. I'm not talking about any particular party or state. We have Vora committee report, and that's not on. I think collectively we'll have to do something. There is so much of negativity. There is so much of zahar. There is so much of poison. How do we deal with it? Elections will come and go. People lose. India has to continue. India, I'm sure, will continue. Common people, they don't like violence. And today you have 50% of MPs cutting across party line, cutting across region, have serious criminal courts. So I think the bigger issue, if you really ask me, we have to decriminalize and we have to encourage good people in politics. Otherwise, this is going to be a affair of politics which India can least afford with the best talent in the world.
It's great that you're talking about a larger change in politics.
The entire world is now ruled by us.
Yeah, it's great that you're talking about larger change.
But to be there.
Mr. Trivedi, how would you respond to the state DGP and the Chief Secretary now being summoned by the Home Ministry on the 14th of December? Your state government says that the centre, it seems, has forgotten that law and order is a state subject. They also call it unprecedented.
Sanket, I think both the authorities are competent to deal with whatever is the provision of the constitution, whether it is the state of Bengal or it is the federal government. Both of them have the same IS officers, bureaucrats who are trained in the same academy in Dehradun. And I think the cause is common, it's for the country. So I don't think so. I need to comment because ultimately everything happens under the provision of the Constitution. So if the Constitution provides that, then so be it. If the Constitution doesn't provide, then it won't happen. So I think there is no confusion. We don't want to, we should make a very big deal out of it.
But Mr. Trivedi, I hope you realize what you're saying is almost like a commentary and a critique of your own, because just a short moment ago, members of the TMC said that the centre has forgotten that law and order is a state subject and the centre cannot summon state officials like this.
See what? Yeah, so if they are if obviously somebody who knows the constitution would say that, and I'm just putting my entire faith in the Constitution of India, which we all swear by.
Sure.
So I have no confusion. That's what I'm telling.
Sure.
Whatever will happen under the provision of the Constitution of India.
Okay.
So where is the problem? There is no problem, and there is no contradiction either.
Sure. Two quick questions, Mr. Trivedi. The governor has today sent a report to the center, to the president, to be precise, and he has also held a press conference earlier in the morning where he says Mamata Banerjee should realize that she's playing with fire. I want your response to these comments by the governor.
Sanket, honorable governor of any state, they hold their position as per the constitution, as I do as a member of parliament. And I don't think so it's going to be befitting on my part to reply to whatever the honorable governor has said. And I feel that I should not be commenting on what the governor has said. Besides that, I have not even heard what he has said. So I don't think so. I'm competent to really reply to whatever the governor has said. And I leave it at that.
Okay, my final question, Mr. Trivedi. A lot is being commented both at the center by way of the governor. A lot of comments have been made about the situation of the law and order in the state of West Bengal. Do you think that a ground is being prepared for imposition of president's rule? I mean, just your political wisdom. What do you think?
No, everything happens, you know. People of this country are most intelligent people, and they understand politics. They also understand constitution, and I really don't think so. People will go beyond a particular limit. In elections, a lot of things happen, but at the end of the day, the provisions are there, you know, and I have a lot of faith in it. We all swear by it. So election politics, public meetings, whatever you talk there is one thing. Not that I'm trying to say that it should not be serious. That thing also needs to be ratified. You can't be non-serious there. But I don't think so anybody would go beyond the limits of the Constitution. And I have my doubts. Like I said, we need to cool down the tempers. Sure. We need to understand that political parties are adversaries. They are not enemies. At the end of the day, the objective is very common, well-being of the countrymen. But if we are going to really quarrel, whether in the parliament or outside, and I'm not talking about Bengal alone, whatever is happening everywhere, I don't think so. We in public life are setting a proper example. And like I said, that I belong to the old school. And I know that during the freedom struggle, Chora Chori Andolan, Gandhiji stopped the freedom Andolan, which was supposed to be the most pious, because there was violence. Violence has just no place at all. And I think collectively we should come together and understand that we need a peaceful India and we need a progressive India. Elections will come and go. Sure. Parties will win and lose. But you can't have an environment where there's so much of negativity. Correct. So I, individually, as an individual citizen, member of parliament, whatever it is, I would say that let's calm down our temper. Let's come together. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about differences also.
Is that a message to the BJP or is that a message to perhaps even your own party?
I think it is a message for my own self. You know, I am not in that great messiah or a great statesman where I am in a position to give messages. This message is purely for me.
Okay.
The way I would behave myself.
Sure.
And I have no hesitation in telling that no matter who belongs to which party, at the end of the day, we are all Indians and we have got to do something to make sure that India is on the top of the map of the world, which as far as our talents are concerned, they are the best in the world. And India can really can reach the top.
I think it's an important message, Mr. Trivedi. Let's just hope that West Bengal does not become the sort of a violent political battleground that it became just ahead of the 2019 elections. Thank you so much, Mr. Trivedi, for joining us.
Sanket, I'll tell you, the violence is basically in the mind. Once we get the mind clear, there won't be violence.
All right. All right, Mr. Trivedi. Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Sanket. Thank you, Sanket. Thank you.